He wasn't lazy, just waiting to feel ready. Samir, a guy with bigger dreams. He prepared constantly. Samir's room was full of notebooks, margins packed with ideas, underlined sentences from books he'd already finished. His phone held dozens of saved tutorials, courses bookmarked, tabs open for months. He told himself, "I'm not wasting time. I'm getting ready." When he felt unsure, he researched better tools. A newer laptop, a sharper camera, cleaner software. He made lists called "Before I Start." The lists kept growing. The work didn't. He was preparing, but he was afraid to take the first step, the step that might lead to failure. What he didn't realize was that to get something, you have to start the thing first. Preparing never ends. Learning never stops. The more you learn, the more there is to learn. But Samir didn't realize that. After mastering one tool, he told himself, "Just one more. Then I'll begin." And in doing so, he wasted years. Years that could have shaped him. Years that could have made him grow in the field he dreamed about. Instead, he stayed at the edge, tired from studying, exhausted from planning. And when it finally came time to take a step, he was already burned out. Then one afternoon, Samir met someone he hadn't seen in years, an old classmate. They ran into each other by accident outside a small cafe in the middle of an ordinary street. The boy looked different. Tired, yes, but alive. Calloused hands, dust on his shoes, a cheap backpack slung over one shoulder. They talked. Samir asked what he was doing now. The boy smiled, a little embarrassed. "I started." That was it. No long explanation, no impressive speech. Just, "I started." He told Samir about the first attempts, how bad they were, how awkward, how many people ignored him, how most days felt like shouting into empty space. "But I kept going," he said. "I was terrible at first." Samir nodded. He understood terrible. He had avoided terrible his whole life. The boy pulled out his phone and showed him something. His old work, messy, clumsy, almost painful to look at. The newer ones, cleaner, stronger, confident. Samir stared. "How long did this take?" he asked. The boy shrugged. "Years." Samir's chest tightened. Years. The same years he had spent preparing. They stood quietly for a moment. Then the boy said something that lodged itself in his head. "I didn't wait to feel ready. I just didn't want to still be waiting." That night, Samir went home. He sat at his desk. The notebooks were still there, the lists, the bookmarked courses, the perfect plan. For the first time, they didn't comfort him. They accused him. He closed the tabs, opened a blank page, and his hands shook. It wasn't good, not even close, but it existed, and that terrified him more than all his unfinished ideas combined. He hesitated, hovered over the delete key, then stopped. He remembered the words. "I just didn't want to still be waiting." So he saved the file, left it messy, left it imperfect, and went to sleep. The next day, he worked again, and the day after that. Some days were awful. Some days he wanted to quit. Some days he went back to tutorials. But this time he used them. instead of hiding behind them. Weeks passed, then months. The work slowly changed. So did he? One evening, Samir looked at the old list titled, "Before I Start." He smiled and crossed out the title and wrote a new one, "In Progress," because he finally understood something. Most people learn too late. You don't begin after you're ready. You become ready after you begin. His friend wasn't fearless. He wasn't perfect. He was moving, and that was the difference. The scariest word had never been failure. It was always later. You don't become ready before you start. You start before you're ready. And that's the key